Hello, hello, hello. Let me see if my mic is actually working. Hello? I gotta turn that. Wait a second. No, I don't. Hey guys, welcome to today's stream. Originally this stream was supposed to happen yesterday, but some other things were going on, and I had to postpone it until today, or in this case, move it for today. What was happening yesterday that I couldn't do the stream? Well, just so everybody knows, I have been watching the League of Legends Worlds, and yesterday it just so happened that SKT, or in this case, the newly rebranded and named T1, was in their quarterfinals matchup against RNG, and I started watching League of Legends back in season 3, and that's when SKT won their first world championship. So I've been a fan of SKT ever since. And I know there's a lot of fans out there because they're like the best team to have ever fucking played this game. And yeah, so I whenever there's a T1 game, I just have to watch it. I'm not the type of person to watch soccer games. I'm not the type of person to watch any other kind of, like, really any kind of sport that's not League. So as funny as that may be, but anyway, that's what was happening on yesterday. And then today I woke up and apparently there's snow outside. So we have officially our first snow fall here in Calgary. So that's pretty damn cool. Let me know how the audio sounds, by the way. I'm still playing around with that. I hope the audio for my mic is a lot better than it was last time. I remember the last time it was pretty shit. If it's a little loud, let me know as well. So if I can turn it down a little bit, I'm trying to see my levels. I'm over here, by the way, as you guys can see. But yeah, anyway, today I just kind of want to hang out, have a pretty chill stream. It says that I'm streaming chill out. Oh, wow. On Discord, it kind of tells you what I'm streaming and the name of the stream. That's that's pretty cool. Anyway, it's actually been pretty quiet this past week regarding anything Gunpla, really. I think if anything, we saw, I think GBWC was still going on, which we talked about last week, which was a nightmare. And I think that, yeah, I don't know if there were any retractions now that I think about it. I know that some people, okay, I know what happened. So here in Canada, GBWC actually was able to, like, they took people's disqualified kits and just brought them on, which I thought was actually pretty, it doesn't really solve anything. At the end of the day, it just kind of, I don't know. It was pretty lackluster, to say the least, and I hope the next year GBWC isn't held online and it's actually held in person. I know that they had, I'm actually kind of confused. Was GBWC online only for like Canada and certain places, and then it was in person like in others? Like, I think that's some bullshit. Like, don't get me wrong. I know we talked about it last week, but I think GBWC has got to be one of those things that needs to be in person, and having certain, regions be in online and others be in person. It kind of makes it feel like one Bandai just doesn't care about shafting other regions, and they just really kind of care about others, which I understand that their market share is probably bigger in other, parts of the world than in North America. But if you really want people to kind of, I don't know, maybe see that you guys are trying to make this into a something better, then I think that what could be done is don't shaft us. Don't shaft the rest of the world. Kind of try to, be as fair as possible with everybody, right? If it's online here in Canada, make it be online everywhere else. Because I know that ever since I began this hobby, and I know that a lot of us began the hobby right around when COVID began, and that is unfortunate for some reasons. It's fortunate for others because A lot of people were starting to, stay at home. So there was a lot more interaction online within the communities, and just in general, the hobbyists. There was a lot more of that sense of community. But the part that really kind of sucks is that a lot of things that were originally done previous to COVID, like GBWC being in person and all these other events that were hosted either locally or whatever, those stopped, right? Because of COVID. And of course, now we have some things returning. But GBWC is one of those things that I know when I began the hobby, is something that I wish I could have taken part of, or at least gone to the physical meetup and just seen everybody's work. I think it's a different sense of anything when you see somebody's work in person as opposed to seeing it online. And that's not to say or take away anything from people who post their things. Like I post things online, and I feel that my Sniper 2 looks a lot better in person than it does on photos. And I'm sure that there's a bunch of other people who would agree with me that, hey, my kit looks so much better. Like when you see a kit in person that somebody's worked on, you actually get to see it in 3 dimensions. You get to maybe not hold it because, some people don't like you to hold their shit. It's a lot more different. You can appreciate little details that you couldn't before. Not to say that you can't zoom in on a picture, but just that sense is very very different. There's a song by John Mayer called 3x5 from his album Room for Squares, and I think there's a lyric there that says no more 3x5s. Yeah, painting is almost better in person as well. Hey, Bo, that's also true. You get to see streaks. You get to see just the way the color in person just looks so much better. Like I know that there's probably cameras out there that shoot amazing pictures, but nothing will ever take the place of, our eyes when it comes to actually experiencing color and a kit in person. So yeah, that's my other 2 cents about that. Cause yeah, GBWC, I feel like Bandai just kind of was like, well, it's North America. Fuck those guys. Make it online. But some other places, in other places, you're online, you're in person, you're online, you're in person. A lot of credibility just goes out the door, right? And then that's not to go on about anything that we talked about last week, which was some pretty shitty things that happened. So yeah, I think that things definitely need a little bit of revamping when it comes to GBWC. But anyway, other than that, I don't think anything else of importance really happened, unless I'm mistaken. If anybody wants to kind of just put something in the chat and tell me, hey, this happened with anything Gunpla related. I don't think there were any new announcements. I know that the Witch from Mercury new episode streamed on Sunday. I still haven't watched it. Just haven't really taken the time to sit down and watch it. I definitely could. I'm definitely gonna watch it before we meet. I meet up with the guys on Friday, which is our next group stream that we're doing now. But will I? It's such a difficult thing to watch anime for me. I know I've mentioned it on stream, so I'm not gonna go down that road again. I'm just not the type of person to really just. I have free time in my hands. And I obviously it's my free time. I decide to do what I want with it, right? So I'll play the guitar, or I'll game with my buddies online, or I'll read comics, which you guys can see them over here. But I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, I have 2 hours of free time. Let me put on anime. Not me. But I'll definitely have to watch it so I can add to the conversation next time that I meet up with Derek, Kevin, and Brian. I know Brian probably won't watch it. Brian is also in the same level as I am when it comes to not liking or watching or enjoying watching anime. And I know that there's a couple of weird people out there who will say, well, you like Ava, or well, you like Attack on Titans or Cowboy Bebop. Just because I like like 5 animes in my whole life out of the sea of millions of animes does not mean that I'm the type of person to enjoy anime on my free time. That's just the way it is. It's the way it works, you know. So sorry to disappoint. Agreed. I can't build models and watch videos at the same time. I tried doing that. I really did. I tried to when I was building more, which I'm not right now. As I mentioned on my 2 streams ago, I'm waiting to get another one of these tables so I can actually build. I know it seems really fuzzy to kind of wait on a table to do something. It's not an excuse. It's just that I literally have no room to do anything here. This is supposed to be my computer desk. Anyway, so I have the 2 screen thing going on. So my plan is to have my building set up over here, right underneath the light over there. But I just can't. If I'm gonna like, what I do like to do, what I like doing is listening to music while I build. But watching videos, I can't. Like the only thing that I ever watched while building was I either have Otaku Builder's videos playing in the background because he has like 40-minute videos. Whenever his new videos would come out, I would just play them in the background. Kind of, look every once in a while, see how he's painting, or whenever he'd like to bless us with his beautiful voice. That's when I, listen in. Or I'd watch Robbie Pla. Like I'll put his videos on, like the Saucy videos and all his customizing videos are videos that I've seen over and over and over and over and over and over again, just to try to draw some form of inspiration from it, or even some of his skill. I just hope that by watching it, it'll rub off on me. Which it's wishful thinking. It's wishful thinking. Okay. But yeah, like any other kind of video, like it's just so difficult. Unfortunately, I'm not the type of person that can multitask. Like if I'm on the phone with my wife and she's driving, like, we're on the phone together. Don't worry, she doesn't have the phone up to her head. We have the whole Bluetooth, blah, blah, blah thing. And I like come home and I call her. I'm like, hey babe, what are you up to? And then I start like cooking or making some food for mine. I have to she knows that she's like, oh, you're about to eat, I'll let you go, because I can't eat and stay on the conversation with her. It's such a weird thing to do. So imagine having to watch a video, having to watch an anime and try to follow a story, it's such a difficult thing to do. I don't know how a lot of you guys can do it. I commend that. Yeah, I kind of, exactly, you drift. Yo, Noble Mecha, what's up, man? Thanks for joining in. Man, yeah, it's such a difficult thing to do. So what I much rather do, even when I'm cleaning, when I'm reading, like when I'm reading my comic books, like I'll sit here and I'll make my chair be able to come down all the way up to here. I'm just reading. And I'll have like lo-fi playing in the background. I listen to videos like this while I build and paint. That's another thing. Like if you're just listening to somebody converse, like as long as I don't have to take part in the conversation. Like obviously if you're listening to a stream or you're listening to a podcast, then all that's really required of you is to listen, right? But I feel like watching anything, be it anime or a movie or a TV show or whatever the fuck, you're supposed to interact with the show as in like you're invested, and it's such a difficult thing to do. Anyway, I feel like I'm being redundant. That's basically what it is. So I am guessing, Bo Paint, that you're building something right now. Yeah, no, Mech, I listen to a lot of SCP videos, Trash Taste or GTS while I build and paint. Thanks, man. Thanks for listening to us. You know what? It's been difficult for me to find a podcast that I really enjoy myself. Like at work, there are times where I am alone at the office. Like for example, this yesterday and the day before, I was alone for God knows how many hours. Like I think 8 hours, and I guess the only okay, that's a lie. I do watch some stuff while I'm. Well, see, that's the thing. Like if I have a stream going while I'm working, like I'll have my laptop set up and I'll have my, my work setup because I have a double screen at work too. And I'll have the laptop to the side. I'll watch like Landmark on Twitch, who plays, it's a very good player on Escape from Tarkov, which is a game that I've been playing a lot of. And I'll listen to him talk. But the thing about it is that I want to, like, there's a part of me, a really big part of me that just wants to turn around and watch the stream the whole fucking time. It's really difficult to balance. So the point of that is that I really haven't found a podcast where they're just talking that I really enjoy. Like I've listened to some, I've given some a try, even like Linus Tech Tips, their WAN show every Friday. But I just can't. I don't know. There's something about it. I think I'd rather watch little clips of them. I guess it's just, it goes to say that I'm very particular in my tastes. I'm priming the other right leg and head of my RG high new right now. Oh, I think you posted some pictures, didn't you? Of your progress. That's pretty dope, man. I have to get back into painting. I know. Like God, I do so many things. So anyway, look, let's get to what I wanted to talk about today. I opened the YouTube app on my phone and scroll through my subscriptions until I find something interesting while I clip runner gates and scrape mold lines. When I watch YouTube videos, Paint, when I watch YouTube videos, I watch a lot of YouTube. Like I watch a lot of YouTube. It's kind of crazy. That's the reason why I can justify paying YouTube Premium, because of how much YouTube content I take every freaking week. Just daily, I'm on YouTube a lot. Not at work, but like when I come home and I'm sitting here playing video games, I'll have YouTube open up here and I'll watch it in the middle of my games, or I'll be with my friends and I'll be watching a YouTube video instead of playing. Like it's just so much YouTube stuff that I'm watching. But the point is, like a lot of the YouTube videos I watch, a lot of the creators I watch them because I like seeing the person, right? Like I like seeing the way they act, or they do their skits, or the way that they interact with the camera or with the audience. So yeah, it's a little difficult. But anyway, I kind of want to get into some stuff today. I don't know if you guys want to talk about what is up on the header, which is the Silent Hill announcement. I wanted to talk about that because that was this week. So I'm just changing the topic here. I know that I know it doesn't have to do with anything Gunpla, but I was very clear a while ago that I kind of wanted to start talking about other things other than Gunpla, because there's other things in my life that I enjoy. And if you guys like to take a part of that and kind of hear out and have a conversation, then great. And as I mentioned, if you guys just want to hear about Gunpla, and unfortunately it's not something that I do a lot of, then I understand, But one of the things that I wanted to talk about today was the Konami announcement of Silent Hill. And let me say how excited I am. Now, maybe I shouldn't be, because Konami has let us down in the past. But I am so excited. I wanted to talk about that with you guys. I don't know if you guys ever were into horror games. If you guys played them when you were younger, or if there are any horror games that you play today. I am a very big horror game person. But I'm also very particular about the games that I like to play. I like to play games that are renowned, or that people talk about as being really, really good, because I'm always looking for that fix of horror. Like even in movies, like if a horror movie comes out, I need to go watch it. So like most recently, my wife and I went to watch Smile when it came out. I thought it was a good premise. I didn't think the movie was out of this world. I think there was a lot of problems with the story, and I think there were a lot of unnecessary filler story things in there that really didn't amount to anything. It's still a good movie nonetheless, but I don't think it's the best movie in the world, or I think it's all right. So I'm always looking for that quick fix in horror, right? And with October 31st coming around the corner, it's always nice to talk about that around these times. And I think it's good that we're getting so many horror freaking games coming out. Like I've read that this year has been really good for horror movies, right? And there's a lot of horror movies that I haven't watched that I should probably watch. Like what the other one that I watched was The Black Phone, and that was I loved that movie. But let's get into the topic of how freaking great it's looking for horror game fanatics, right? Or people that enjoy them in general. So I'm always looking for that quick fix, and a lot of these horror games don't do it for me. Have you watched Nope? I haven't. I haven't. I was originally going to go watch that in theaters, but I didn't. What's up, Old School Skill? It's nice to see you again in the chat, man. I've missed you so much. It's the the Resident Evil 4 remake. Yes. I think I mentioned it on stream before, but Resident Evil 4 is one of those games that I beat like more than 150 times on my GameCube. My GameCube was literally a Resident Evil 4 machine. That's the only reason. That's the only game I played on it, and I had other games. But I was able to speedrun that bitch in the past. I'm interested in that and the Dead Space remake. Nope was. I really want to watch Nope. I really enjoyed. Isn't Nope the one created by the guy who created Us and Get Out? I really enjoyed those movies. So when Nope was being shown in theaters and like all the trailers, like I really wanted to watch it. So that's something I still really want to watch. But yeah, anyway, Silent Hill, Konami, horror games. I'm super excited. I'm gonna switch over to the browser. I remember the keys this time. Oh, it was already playing. What the hell? Oh no, it's because I pressed the button 3. I'm gonna press pause. You know what? If we get copyright striked here, or they demonetize this, whatever, dude. I kind of want to watch this with you guys. If you guys don't want to watch this, let me know. But I do want to watch it with you guys. I'd love to have people to watch it with me. I'm a huge Silent Hill fan. Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill The Room, Silent Hill Origins, even though a lot of people didn't like those. I didn't finish Downpour, and I didn't finish Homecoming because there was something missing. But Silent Hill 2, of course, one of the best horror games in the world ever in the history of time, or in the history. I mean, like, whatever. The point is, you guys understand what I mean. Also, if you need a fix like old school style Resident Evil or Silent Hill type of game, play the game Tormented Souls. It has a good atmosphere and gameplay. I'll have to check it out because I still have a bunch of horror games that I got to play. I still got to finish Resident Evil 2 remake. I still gotta play Resident Evil 3 remake. I finished Resident Evil 8 like 2 months ago. I played Resident Evil 7. I have Outlast that I re-downloaded. I should give it a shot again, especially now with the type of PC that I have. I used to play Outlast on my old laptop, my 2012 laptop. And now with the 3080 Ti, I'm sure that I'll be able to enjoy it a lot more instead of feeling the fucking laptop getting hot. Yeah, there's so many games that I have, so I'll definitely take a look into that, Noble. Thanks for the recommendation. How do you feel about some of the best horror games being remade? I think it's a good move. Like, I know a lot of people hate the fact that games are being remade, and they always go to the argument that, oh, it's already made. Why can't you leave the past in the past and make something new? The thing is, look, if there are no new, fresh ideas that people are actively working to make, then okay, let's remake a 2001 game or something. That's fine. The game that I was kind of surprised that was getting a remake was Dead Space. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Dead Space fan. Like, I love Dead Space. It's one of the only games that I have 1,000 out of 1,000 gamer score on the Xbox because I played that game so much. Dead Space 2 is amazing. Dead Space 3, believe it or not, I like a lot as well. That one's a little weird though, because like the game, in my opinion, still holds up. Like, sure, it might not look like a 2022 game, but it sure as hell, in my mind, didn't need a remake. But seeing the footage of the remake, which we got this week, or I think 2 weeks ago, like I think it was like 15 minutes of gameplay, I was like, oh my God. Been a while since there has been a new horror game that's good. Exactly, that's what I was going to say. It's been a long time. The last couple of games that were good that I know people talk about is like Dead by Daylight. No, not Dead by Daylight. What is it called? That other one that's like, sorry about my cat just barging in like a bullet, opening the blinds. All of that white light is literally snow. Just being just light being reflected from the snow. Anyway, I think the last good horror game, like Outlast, is definitely there. Original horror game that isn't part of a franchise. So I'm not counting Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil 8. I don't know. It's tough to say. Like, I think Phasmophobia does a good job of being scary. I've played it with my friends and enjoyed it, and then we've gotten scared. So that's a good take on it. But there's replayability, but there is no story behind it. And when I look for a horror game, I want a good story behind it. Like, I want to be engrossed in the story. And I don't think that's come out in a long time. The last time I was engrossed in a story was back in like I said, Silent Hill. Yeah. Anyway. Oh wait, what is my little banner thing saying? Okay. I feel they only making Dead Space remake because of Callisto Project. The Callisto Project is another game that's coming out. That's, when I saw the gameplay for that, I'm like, dude, this is so Dead Space. And obviously, you know, the creator, or one of the creators, was one of the creators of that game. So I can understand where it's taken influence from. Am I excited for that game? Of course I am. I'm excited as hell for that game. But there's a lot. Like all of a sudden you have all these horror games coming out. We have Callisto, we have Dead Space remake, we have Resident Evil 4 remake, we have all of these Silent Hill teasers, which I don't know what the dates are, but I'm sure as hell buying Silent Hill 2. But anyway, this is the one that this is Silent Hill F official 4K teaser trailer. So I'm just gonna play it. We're gonna watch it. When I saw this footage, like when I saw this, I was taken aback. Like, it was amazing. The fact that like this kind of shows off a Silent Hill that's not in Silent Hill that we know. This is a Silent Hill that seems to take place in Japan. And I'm very, very, very excited for this. And the graphics, come on, let's just go. I mean, I know this is probably not in-game footage, so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. But just the atmosphere and the designs and just the overall, how do I say this? The scenes, right? Like the art style, the direction. Very, very unique. Something that that is missing. And then this scene right here. There's some some creepy shit. Now, for those who have played Silent Hill, these notes should sound familiar. Look at the visual direction, like just the art direction for this game. I don't even know what the hell this is going to be about, but I already know I love it. You know what I mean? Then you get the music going. So, there it is. You got the Silent Hill. It's going to be good. Obviously, we don't get a lot from that. But the fact that there's even news on anything Silent Hill is what really kind of makes me happy. And then, of course, you get the Silent Hill 2 teaser. Which, fortunately, for those who have a PC and don't have a PS5, you will be able to play this game. So it's coming out for PS5 and PC. And then I think like a couple months or like a year later, it'll come out for the Xbox. And I think some people were memeing that it was going to come out on the Switch. I'm not a Switch guy. I don't play the Switch. I don't have the Switch. I don't really care for the Switch. But this is going to be... When I saw this... Have any of you guys in the chat ever played Silent Hill 2? Because if you haven't, you should. Seeing this, dude, seeing James was one of the... I think it'll be third person, old school. I wouldn't see a reason why they would go first. But then who knows? Who knows? This one looks like it's going to be definitely third person. Look at the graphics, man. Come on. We compare this to the original, and it's such a big step up. Like, I mean, obviously, it's like freaking 20 years ago or whatever. I'm 27. I think Silent Hill 2 came out in 1999 or 2000 or something like that. Little boy Pyramid Head. Exactly. You have actual like volumetric fog on here. It's a good thing. I'm so in awe in how beautiful this looks. I know some people are talking shit about Bloover, the developers, but I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, this is gonna be great. I think I know what scene that is, but I'm not gonna say anything if you guys haven't played the game. Look at that, man. We've come such a long way. Mary? It's gonna be sick. Here we go. So that's what we're getting. That was one of the other things. And then we have more announcements, but I'm very excited. PlayStation. It's gonna say something like PlayStation. I can't wait. I can't wait. I don't know about you guys, but it looks like it's gonna be a good time. Even if we go to the Resident Evil 4 remake. All right, let's just mute Subway or Safeway. Yeah, what do you guys think? Are these games that you guys are going to want to play yourselves? Are you guys big on horror games, or are you guys the type of people who don't like to play them because they're scary? Or because I know that there's a lot of people out there who are like, oh no, it's this horror game and it is scary and I don't want to get out of here. All right. Resident Evil. Let's make that bigger. Let's make sure that this is. It's going to be such a good year. But this one comes out in March. I think you can already pre-order it on Steam. Just seeing the village of... do you think that a lot of classic horror games are more revered due to the limitations in graphics? A lot of horror was added, filled in by your mind. Okay, I'll pause there. That's a great friggin' question, old school, because I believe that in a lot of cases for classic horror games like Silent Hill 2, you're right. Back in the day, playing those games and seeing the shitty graphics, which obviously in your mind, they weren't shitty, right? Like back in those days, you're like, this is the best that we can have at this moment. This is the pinnacle of graphics at this current, in this current moment in time. Do I feel that they, what's it called? Added to that atmosphere of scary or horror? Yes, I do. Especially for games like Resident Evil, like the original Resident Evil 2. I think for Silent Hill 1, like I know we're talking a lot about Silent Hill 2, but Silent Hill 1 is, if we go and look at Silent Hill 1, the original Silent Hill 1, so let's open up another YouTube page. Yeah, I'm having like a allergic reaction to something because my lip is getting a little swollen. Kind of weird. All right. Silent Hill. Let's just look at the trailer. For Silent. Oh, well, even here we go. Like this is original Silent Hill, right? Which I think is, I don't know why Konami's deciding to ignore the first one. And they're ignoring them by putting Silent Hill 2 as like their child, right? But these were the graphics. Right? And it did add. They weren't terrible time, but like this did a lot. Like, you're right, old school. I would say that a lot of the horror aspect of this game was due to my mind working with whatever it was giving me. What's hiding behind that fog? You know, what's hiding around that corner? Look at the graphics on this one. I remember playing this and walking around here and the tap, 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 tap of your feet. We've come such a long way. Look at that. You know what's the other thing, though? I think something that we're not giving enough credit to when it comes to horror games is the sound design. And I think that Silent Hill, like Dead Space, the original Dead Space, really shines in the sound design of that. Like, there's no way that you get a better sound design. Let's just go look at gameplay that doesn't have the little music playing in the background. So let's go with this one. Come on. This looks disgusting, all right? I'm a huge Coca-Cola guy, but Coca-Cola with coffee looks gross. It looks bad. Okay, let's just go over here. I know that's just quick right there. Let's go over here. There's no music playing in the background. You're walking around this ugly ass town, abandoned. All you hear are your feet. You're not playing this at freaking 3 o'clock in the afternoon with sun outside. You're playing this in your room at 10 p.m. a school night or on Friday night. What's around that corner? You don't know what's around that corner. Keep going. And even if we go to like, oh, he's already outside. Little map. You hear that little ominous You hear that? I think that's something that should be taken into account. And but yeah, I agree with you, Noble. That was not Noble, sorry, Old School. That was a really good question because I think makes a lot of sense. Noble, one and two of the fog ward used to slow the player down from seeing the world pop in. Yes, limitations. The second one made more money and is more popular because of Pyramid Head. Yes, Pyramid Head has become the staple of is my cat on top of the chair back there? Yes. Anyway, yeah, no. Silent Hill 2 has, Pyramid Head has become like the poster child for Silent Hill. And for a good reason. When you see, yo, Mercenary, what's up, man? Thanks for joining in. I think when you see Pyramid Head appear in Silent Hill 2 for the first time, it's a pretty scary experience, right? I mean, unfortunately nowadays, like a lot of things are ruined because now, you know, like, oh, it's a Pyramid Head, right? But you'll never be there when it first showed up. Oh, Silent Hill 2 and the dog ending? Yeah. And Silent Hill 2 dog ending. And then the music that plays. Isn't this a Shiba dog or what's it called? It's like, it was you all this time. And the music. And he starts barking. Yeah, twisted sense of humor there. Yeah, so Resident Evil 4 remake.
Ashley, where are you?
I can't wait to play this.
Your soul requires cleansing. Sam, are you in here?
Just let me go.
Listen. I'm hearing the president's orders and
What is that? What do we do?
You guys got to remember, you guys have to remember that Resident Evil 4, watching Resident Evil 4 be remade right now, Resident Evil 4 is what literally I will say changed the course of horror games. Up to that point, the camera angles, there were third person, but like literally on top of like the ceiling, and you would see a guy walk. They weren't from behind. They weren't over the shoulder. They weren't any of that. The combat systems in Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 were terrible. They didn't really make any, like when you play them nowadays, the old ones, they don't hold up at all. Like having to move your person around like da, 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 and like point and hope to God that shot's gonna hit, and then moving again, boom. It was very robotic and inaccurate and clumsy and everything. Then you have Resident Evil 4 come out. And Resident Evil 4 is like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to do it over the shoulder. We're going to have a better system to shoot. And even then, one of the things that Resident Evil 4 got wrong was that you have to stand still in order to take a shot. Something that Dead Space came along. And when Dead Space came along, they built on the Resident Evil 4 formula, which had almost perfected it. And then you have Dead Space, where instead of like walking and instead of standing still and shooting, you can actually walk and shoot, right? Which you're like, oh, it's such a simple mechanic, but it makes so much of a difference when it comes to the engagement that the audience person or the player has with the game. You don't feel tied down. You don't feel limited. And I think that watching Resident Evil 4 be remade, like this is the game that literally shaped like 95% of all horror games to come, right? Up until the point where we started getting into like first person horror. But Resident Evil 4 was the one to do that, right? And yes, Resident Evil 4's parry mechanics, so where he's like parrying with like the gun. I saw the gameplay trailer, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, and then you have, there's just so much to unravel here, because you got the Callisto Protocol, which I'm 100% gonna play. Actually, I was meaning to say, guys, like, look, I know we don't get like a million thousands of people watching streams for GTS, but would you guys like it if I streamed the Callisto protocol on the GTS YouTube, or should I do it on Twitch? Like, would you guys like to watch me play it, or are you guys gonna play it on your own? I'm just asking because I want to do, like, I think I mentioned it before and I just sound like a broken record, but I want to do things I want on stream, and I would love to like play this on stream, because I think, when does this come out? When does the Callisto Protocol come out? Callisto Protocol release on December 2nd. Yeah, I kind of feel like okay, because I'm kind of thinking I'm just gonna dim the lights. Hey Lawrence, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I feel like I'm just gonna dim the lights, play when it comes out, maybe play it all night, because it's in December 2nd, so I'm already on my like 2.5, 3 month vacation period, so I won't have to go to work the next day. Can literally sit here and play all night and play for like hours on end. So that's obviously still after Call of Duty comes out, and the reason I mention that is because well, actually I'll be playing some of the multiplayer, but I care more of the Warzone aspect of things. But anyway, that's something that I want to play. I want to play it here, and when does Dead Space remake come out? Oh God, I can't type. Release. All right, so that comes out till January, so I should be fine. Yeah, so would you guys like to watch that? Because I have games. Like, I'll show you the games that I have, guys. I'll show you the games that I have. Because I would love Gaming Terror Show. Hey, that's GTS. There it is. I'm going to show you the games that I have. Let me see if I can turn this off. Let's see, where is my OBS? I'll add it here. It's a window capture, I think. Right? Okay. Steam. Wait, why isn't it showing my library? Why isn't it showing my library? Okay, so that maybe that wasn't the way to go. Maybe I should just do display capture. Display capture, okay. There we go. So these are the games that I have. I've been playing some Fallout 76 with the boys, with the homies. I have like Cyberpunk. Oh wait, I gotta turn this down to where I can actually see you guys talking. So give me a second. There it is. Yeah, so I have Cyberpunk, Devil May Cry 5, Elden Ring, Fallout 4, Horizon Zero Dawn, Marvels, Spider-Man, Outlast, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. Oh, did you say AC Unity? I'm seeing Assassin's Creed. I'm not a huge Assassin's... Hell yeah, Devil May Cry is amazing, man. I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed guy. The reason I have this game is because a friend of mine bought it for me. Like, he gifted it to me because he wanted to play it. And then we moved on to playing Fallout 76, which we all already had. And we've been playing that for a little bit. I have Sekiro, which I never finished on stream. But I bought it on the PC instead of keep playing on the PlayStation. Silent Hill Homecoming, which I can't seem to work. Like, I try to play it and it always gives me like shitty graphics. But when I try to fix it, it doesn't want to fix it. I don't understand why. Got Titanfall 2, which I uninstalled. I also have Control, The Witcher 3. But you guys can see him, right? You guys can see him here. Nisha, which I've never played. I think I only played it for a little bit. Played it for 74 minutes. Cyberpunk is amazing. I have 91.9 hours on it. And the only reason I don't have more hours is because I haven't... I've been playing other games. Like, I've been playing a lot of Escape from Tarkov, which you guys can see what I have, like, Battle State here. Because it's, like, the main thing. Like, I haven't been playing it these last couple of days. I've been playing a lot of League of Legends because of Worlds again. But yeah, Battle State games, Tarkov. But Cyberpunk is amazing. I 100% recommend Cyberpunk, especially with the new show that came out for Netflix. I think that the show really captures a lot of what Cyberpunk is. And I'm just glad that it's getting the traction that it is now that people are like, oh, it's in an anime. I got to put these on because my eyes are starting to. It's an anime and it looks cool. So the game must be cool. And by all means, it is. But yeah, no, this game runs like I know that a lot of the problems in the beginning, like I originally had a 1660 in my computer. I now have a 3080 Ti, so it 100% works better. And I know there's a 4090, but I'm not spending freaking 2200 Canadian for a fucking graphics card. That's no. But no, this game runs well. I love it. The story, the gameplay, the world, I like it a lot. I think that what's their name? Fucking what's the company's name again? I just need a graphics card now. Wait and see what the new AMD card can do. Oh, right, with the new release of the 7000 series or whatever. Yeah, this game is really, really not good. Like, I fucking hate saying that because it sounds so bad. It sounds like some out of touch video game journalist. But I think that Cyberpunk really captures that feeling of being this person living in this city that has access to all of this technology, and there's gangs, and you could just literally do whatever you want. I think it works great. But yeah, so I have all of these games, and I was like, you know, like I want to kind of like play some of these with gotta add that over here. With or on stream, right? Like I had Resident Evil Village, which I finished in 14 hours. I don't even know why the hell I have Resident Evil Resistance, which I will never play this, or the Reverse. Like I don't I don't understand why I have any of that. I think it came in a bundle or something. And Call of Duty 2, Modern Warfare 2, Halo Infinite, Left 4 Dead 2, BioShock. I have all the BioShock remasters. These are some of my favorite games of all time. I fucking love these games so much. Along with BioShock Infinite. So yeah. Like, there's so much that I wish I could do. Like, I really want to play video games on stream. Because I love video games. And especially now that I have... Why is everything about Elizabeth, bro? Okay. Anyway, now that I have a graphics card that can handle all of that and more, and I have a PC built for this, like, I'd love to do that. According to Miori Celesta, Ubisoft doesn't allow people to transfer the saved data from system to system over some BS authentication thing. Yo, I'll be honest, dude. Ubisoft is kind of ass. The last thing that I ever cared about Ubisoft was Prince of Persia. The last thing I ever cared about them was Prince of Persia. Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3, and I think Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. No. I think those were like the only good ones that I played. And then everything else, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Egypt Times or whatever. Just terrible. I just never really cared for those games. But that sucks. Did you guys hear about the Red Dead Redemption guy on that Stadia? I think it was Stadia, right? The Red Dead Redemption guy that literally has like thousands of hours played on Red Dead Redemption 2, and he's asking Rockstar to transfer his saved data to like PC or something, you know? Horror games for October, COD for November. I'd love to, but I mean, we have so little days left for October, and like if I had started it in the beginning of October, then I would have 100% done it. And the thing is, old school, that all the good horror games that I'm excited to play are coming out later. So I'm 100% down to do December fucking horror games like Callisto Protocol, and then maybe we'll throw in Outlast, which I want to replay. Maybe we could do Silent Hill Homecoming. Like, I'd be down. I'd be down as hell. COD for November. I don't know if I can play COD on stream because I have a lot of words to say when I'm playing. With my friends and I, like, I'll show you guys right now. Like, I have battle.net. I was actually playing... Or I was hoping to play the campaign yesterday night, but I got sleepy. Don't look at these. These are my buddies. I love these guys. Like I have the campaign right now. And have you played Scorn yet? No, I haven't. Let me check if what it is. So actually, give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. And while I have you guys here, just remember to leave a like on the stream. That'd be great if you guys could leave a like. So Scorn on Steam. Oh wait, so we can just go over here to library and look for not library. Let's go to the store. Scorn. I haven't. What is this game about? Oh, you guys can hear it. Looks kind of old school Doom kind of style, huh? I'll have to check what it's about. Like I said, like I'm very particular about what games I play, but I'll have to check. You saw some HR Geiger vibes. I think I have heard of Scorn. When did this come out? Oh no, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'm thinking of a different game. Yeah, this looks like some System Shock Doom kind of game. I don't know if you guys ever played System Shock from back in the day. I'm not listening to anything, so you guys can't either. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to see if that's something that I'm up to playing. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be down. That's actually one of the things that I wanted to ask more of the viewers and like people on the channel. Like I know that's the thing. Like a lot of people are here for Gunpla, and I understand. I love Gunpla. I have my kits. You guys don't see them right now, but they're over there. And I have like the RX 782 over here, the PG behind this monitor. But you know, there's just so much more to life than Gunpla. Yeah, so I'd be down to play some games, like even Devil May Cry 5, like such a good game. And don't listen to playtime, okay? I have this game for the Xbox, which I beat a bunch of times. Elden Ring, I have like 142.3 hours on Elden Ring. How? Like, I've been having way too much fun. This is my most played game on the Xbox One. I've only played it for 23 minutes here. Horizon Zero Dawn is a game that I finished PlayStation 4, and it looks great on PC. It looks freaking amazing. But yeah, and then these are not the only ones. Like I have Rockstar Games Launcher. I have Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh dude, why is it like the launcher always has a damn update? I can't be the only one who gets pissed off at that, right? I have Grand Theft Auto 5, which I'm not a huge fan of Grand Theft Auto. I know that a lot of people love that game. I think it's a good game. I think it's fun. Some of my best gaming moments have been playing doing the heist with my boys on the Diamond Casino. Those have been some of the. I love that so much. But I'm more of a Red Dead Redemption guy. Like I have GTA 6 is on the way and it will be on Vice City. Oh, I've seen that. And then I also saw how some shit got leaked for it. I don't know, man. I have a bone to pick with Rockstar. They left Red Dead Redemption 2 just kind of... Like, I just hate the GTA 5 as its the poster boy for it. Because the game is like how fucking old? How old is GTA 5? When did it come out? 2012? Yeah, isn't this game like fuck 2013? Like, so they keep bringing and pumping out content for this fucking game. Which, don't get me wrong, it's fun. But then they're like, you know what? We're just not gonna touch one of the most amazing story games that people have played. Let's just not bring out any DLC, any extra things for it. Let's not build on top of its world. Literally one of the best games I have ever played. And they just leave it there. But no, fucking Grand Theft Auto 5 gets everything. Shit pisses me off. It could be, but there are so many good ideas to add to this game. Like you have the whole spoiler alert, guys. You have like the whole mission where you're like figuring out about the time traveler or the aliens or the carvings of aliens and shit in the mountains. They could do like a cowboy versus aliens kind of thing. They could do a whole like. I knew a few people who worked on the original Red Dead. Oh, really? That's pretty awesome. The original Red Dead is like one of the OG games. I fucking love that game too. But there's so much that you could build onto this world, or it doesn't have to really go with anything with, you know, the gang. Arthur Morgan could, I don't know, meet Django somewhere. That's just wishful thinking. Imagine if like Arthur met Django and they like teamed up and did some stuff, killing some like slave owners and shit. Oh man, that'd be great. There's like so much they could do. And I know I know for sure they could. If they can still pump out fucking content for GTA 5, they sure as hell can do something for Red Dead Redemption 2. Again, that's just what I think. But yeah, no, going back to everything else, give me a second here. Display capture, boom. There's a lot to unpack in video games right now. Like I said, horror, it's a good one. Then you have Call of Duty coming out next month. Officially the multiplayer. I played the beta. I loved it. And then you have Okay, you're just finishing updating. Yeah, there's just so much to look forward to. Then you have God of War. Isn't God of War coming out like in a couple of weeks? God of War Ragnarok. Ragnarok release. November 9th. It's literally coming out. Gotham Knights is coming out. But like, I wish I could play God of War. I don't know if I want to buy it for the PS4, but I kind of do. Like, I think I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and just pay for that game and play it on the PS4 for the meantime. You got Hogwarts Legacy coming out next year in February, which my wife can't stop talking about. She really wants to play that game. Yeah, so many things to look forward to. Like, that's when I see the knowing all of this is when I think, when am I gonna have time to like sit down and build kits and paint? When all I want to do is get engrossed in these stories and just play. One of the things you guys have to remember about me, not remember, one of the things you guys should know is that when I was younger, my dad wouldn't let me play video games a lot. I only ever was allowed to play video games for half an hour every weekend. I'm not lying. That's half an hour. That's 30 minutes during the weekend. And I was a straight A student. My dad wouldn't let me play video games. I have so many kits, Mercenary. I have so many kits in that closet back there that I got to build. I got videos that I need to edit and bring out. I have streams to think about. I have so many more things. But I should have time. Like I said, November is going to be a busy month at work still a little bit. But I officially go on vacation on Thanksgiving Day for the US, which is, I think, the 24th. That's when my vacation starts. And then I got 3 more MG kits on the way. That's pretty. What MG kits do you have on the way? What MG kits do you have on the way? I haven't really had an itch to buy anything. I think, if anything, we just have the Freedom, the MGX Freedom, which I'm going to be reviewing. So that's going to be fun. It'll be my first MGX to review, because that's actually one of our first videos ever, which was the Unicorn MGX. The MG Glanza, the Zeta Verka. Oh, the Zeta Verka! Wait, what? The Zeta, like the new one? Isn't that like later? Do each custom. Stream the stuff you love doing in the moment. I 100% will. I 100% will. I will be streaming a lot more now that I know that I can. Like, it's been a while. But I am enjoying these streams and I love talking to you guys, which is the only thing I ever ask on a stream, is to have a chat that's interacting with me. It's difficult as somebody who streams to have a chat that has nothing, because then you're just kind of stuck talking to yourself the whole time. And though I can do that, it can get a little weird. My shop is securing me those units. Yo, nice, dude. Yeah, I want to build, like I said, I have to get my other table. So I have to get the other tabletop, put it over there, and I'll start building a lot more. And since I have the camera, like, I'll just be able to turn it and you guys will be able to build with me. I'll do build streams and all of that. And that's not a promise. Like, that's the truth. I'll be doing that a lot more. Because I do want to keep GTS going. But yeah, guys, anyway, I think we're over an hour now. I really, here's another question real quick before I leave to the people that are here. I kind of want to do like a YouTube video react stream. So if you guys send me videos of, like, I don't know, Gunpla or some shit, and we just watch them together, like, I don't care if the shit gets demonetized or whatever. I don't care. If we could just chill and play or just kind of talk and laugh, I'd be down to do that. The PS2 had 3 GTAs, while GTA 5 had 3 PS systems. Yeah, dude. Fuck GTA 5. No, I'm kidding. Like, it's a good game, but they left my Red Dead just hanging there by itself. Oh, and like another thing that I really got to do. I don't know if I told you guys before. Well, I'll still have you there. I know that I mentioned it in a video a while ago, but I am now. I have finished the volume 10 of Invincible comic. I got to go buy the last 2 because it's 12 in total. So I'm about to finish the whole Invincible comic. And would you guys like to see a video of me talking about this? I don't know how I'll do it, but this is by far, this story is the best comic book story I have ever read in my fucking life. I love Invincible so much. Like this is I love it so much. You guys don't understand how much I love. Like, I would buy these. My wife, like, we have a comic book store nearby, and like I just go over there. The guys already know me over there. I'm waiting for Spawn to come out with the collections instead of me just buying the singles. So I do have. Let me move Witchblade out of here. So right now I am waiting for King Spawn. I'm waiting for King Spawn to come out with its second volume. I don't know if it has already, but I am reading it. Like all of those that are there, I've read. I also have. So another cool thing. I don't know if I mentioned it on stream. This I forget. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I was able to. I already talked about Doomsday Clock and how I found it. So I have all Doomsday Clock, right? You got 100 issues of Spawn. Holy shit. I found these. So, this is Ascension, which is it's from Top Cow, the comic book company Top Cow, or editor or whatever they're called, publisher. This is one of my favorite ones. This is one of my favorite comics of all time as well, and I can't believe I found them there. I asked the store owner. I'm like, hey, like, there's this publisher that I used to read some comics about when I was younger, Top Cow, and I remember Ascension, the Angel guy, and I know they also had Witchblade, and they had the Darkness, and he's like, oh, Ascension. He's like, oh, I think we have some, and so he took me to the back and or like to a section, and they had all of these. So I have all of these. Oh, these are Gunslinger, and that's another thing I'm waiting for is Gunslinger to come out with their own volume, so I don't have to buy the singles. I don't like having singles. I'd rather have just the compilation, like the comic. But yeah, no, I have all of these comic books. Yo, all the way from issue 1. Cheers. I want to buy the volumes for Spawn. So I kind of want to buy all of them like this. Like, I know that I would love to have the singles for Spawn because Spawn is one of my favorite characters. But I'd rather just have them like this instead of having to worry about storing little comics, and that can be annoying. But yeah, no, I've been reading. So what I was saying about Invincible, I think I read like 3 of these in one weekend. Like, I went on Friday, I bought one of the volumes, came home, sat down, read it, went out again with my wife, and I was like, fuck it, I'm buying another one. Went back to the comic book store, bought the other one. Next day, went back to the comic book store and bought the other volume. And yeah, no, this has been the best comic book I have ever read in my life. I just bought the volume 1 collection of Berserk. I haven't read I think it's a manga, right? Berserk's a manga, so I don't know, man. That's pretty cool though. Berserk is nice, and I would love to get to know it a little bit more, but I just manga style of reading just doesn't, there's something about it for me that's just, I don't know why I like this a lot more. It's, you guys have to understand, like, this is the kind of stuff that I read when I was younger, right? Like, I had a little bit of comic books. Back when my dad was cool, before he became an asshole, he's the one who really got me into reading comics. And it's just something that I enjoy a lot more of. But yeah, this is by far the best one ever. And I'd love to bring out videos. Like, I am very passionate about Invincible. And knowing that we're getting an announcement in January for Invincible, I don't know if we're going to get a trailer to the season 2 or if we're going to get season 2 coming out. I know it's like the 25th anniversary for Invincible. Because a lot of people think that Invincible is like from this year or something, or like a couple of years ago. No, this has been a long time coming. Try East and West and Saga. They are very good. Hey, if you guys have recommendations for comic books, let me know, or stories. That's one of the things that I was talking to my wife about, is like, we're walking through the comic book store and I'm like, how the hell do I know which comics are good or which stories? The only thing that I will ask from you guys, if you guys recommend something to me, make sure it has good artwork. I know it sounds super fucking like bad for me, but have you guys, like, I'm a huge Spider-Man guy, but the new Spider-Man comics have shit artwork, dude. They have shit artwork. I don't care. Like, I know that Spawn doesn't have the best story in the world. I know that Spawn doesn't have the most intricate story of like feelings and making me feel things. But I'm going to tell you one thing that fucking Spawn never shits on or fails on. And it's art. Okay? If I take King Spawn and I look up an artwork here, or even just some panels, let's just look at some of the panels here. Like, this is like Todd McFarlane for me is one of the best, if not my favorite artist, along with Capullo. And like, just taking a look at artwork like this, taking a look at artwork like this compared to freaking the new Spider-Man comics. Right, so can I put this closer? This is the kind of stuff that really get, and I'll say the same thing for Invincible. So sorry guys if you don't read any of the story behind it. Let me just look for something cool here. Oh, like, come on. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I don't want to spoil anything good for you guys. So trying to find something that doesn't really hold a lot of spoilers. I guess that's impossible. I guess I won't. The point is, this has a very good artwork as well. So if you guys are going to recommend something, just make sure, please, that it's got some good artwork. You know what? Just even looking at the cover. Right? Because look, I'll show you guys. So if we go to reddit.com. And we go to the Spider-Man. Oh, I love X-Men. That's actually something that I was talking to the owner about, is that when I was younger, I had like actual novels of X-Men. Like, they came out with actual novels for X-Men and for Spider-Man, and I had a couple of those. So if we just go to, I gotta remember where it was, and they were talking about it. They were talking about it as well. And I hard agreed. Top this week. Or is it this month? Where is it? I don't want to look like a dumbass. I know what I'm looking for. It's just, give me a second. People were talking about the artwork. You know what we should do? We should do another reacting to Reddit builds stream. What do you guys think? We should do that. Get the Astonishing X-Men with Josh Whedon and Cassaday. It's got the art and story to back it up. Okay. I will do that. I will ask for it when I go to the comic book store. I don't know if I'm going this weekend, because I spent a lot of money on Invincible last weekend. So I think I'm going to wait until next weekend, but I'll ask for some of that. I won't be spending any more money on Invincible after next weekend, because that means I will have all of the Invincible. You know, that's one of the things about Invincible that I really enjoy. And if I do end up making like a video on them, I'll mention it here. It has a singular story. There is no bullshit of like, oh, you know, we're gonna change the storyline and go into this thing and blah 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 and this and that, and it's like, bro. Oh no, they're talking about comic books. And where is it? Right here, look at this. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Like, what is this? What is this artwork? And we're not talking about some like independent company. We're talking about Marvel, and we're talking about Spider-Man. What is this? I've seen worse artwork. I'm sure there's worse out there, but I know there's another one that they talk about the covers and how terrible they look. Unique art style, but odd to see it in the mainstream comic. Yeah, it's just like, I'm just sorry if I'm scrolling too fast, guys. Not like I'm. When are you just going to let Peter be happy? That's the best part. We don't. Yeah, like I don't remember. I remember like you guys want to see some good fucking Spider-Man, like Spider-Man. No, Jim Lee Spider-Man. Jim Lee is another one of those guys, man. That's the kind of Spider-Man that I remember. You know what I mean? Like, this is good Spider. Oh, you guys can't see it because of my fucking face. Give me a second. There we go. Putting myself down here. Best artwork I've seen is Gunslinger. Oh, for Spawn. Yusuke Murata is my current favorite. I'm pretty sure I fucked that up. Yusuke, probably. Murata. Probably fucking butchered it. His artwork for One Punch Man is amazing. I'll have to check it out. I think that's one of the things that needs to be a big thing for me. Oh, I'll check it out right now. Thanks for that. One of those things that needs to be on point for me has got to be the artwork. There's no artwork that's good enough, then I'm just like, ooh, look at that. What the fuck? That's good artwork. That's pretty nice. No. Come on, are you kidding me? Well, goodbye, Twitter. Yeah. Oh, this is Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. Yeah, it just has to be good artwork. Like, just give me good artwork. It has to have good artwork for me to get into it. It's about an immersion kind of thing. But when we, you know, where's the other ones? Like, these are good. Like, these are okay. They're okay. I don't know where it's at. But there's just some pretty terrible things on here. Okay. But yeah, that's something I should definitely bring back. It's reacting to Reddit builds and Reddit in general. Oh, well, rest in peace. Wasn't there an artist who passed away? A really good artist that passed away this week? I forgot his name. May he rest. Not this week. I think it was last week he passed away. May he rest in peace. I do like his art. I just totally forgot his name. I'm gonna do this to my son, except instead of Spider-Man, it's gonna be, I don't know, Spawn. From an early age, you're gonna love Spawn, son. Or daughter. Old school. Yeah. Oh, look at this, man. Good artwork right there. But anyway, guys, going back to everything I said. It's a lot of things I want to do, a lot of ideas I have. I know that, yeah, maybe I'll do the videos on these guys. Invincible. You guys have any questions about that? Let me know. I'll take your recommendations into consideration. If you guys could do me a favor and send me those recommendations to my inbox on Discord, that'd be great. If you guys could leave a like on the video, that'd be awesome as well if you're still here. I'm going to call it a stream there. And hopefully, I like this. We talked about video games. We talked about comics. We talked about a lot of things. Loved it. You guys stay dangerous, as Mercenary would say. Thank you for joining in. You guys are amazing. Have a great rest of your weekend. I know I will. I will enjoy the snow. Yeah, thanks for joining in, guys. This is Master Grade Jess, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.